unfortunately, a lot of my caseload that I work with and a lot of the young offenders that are in prison right now, yep, like Feltham, 90% of them don't have a father figure, and that is part of the issue. And you have, don't get me wrong, you have fantastic mothers out there who are doing both a father and a mother's role, but they also need help, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Conversations with myself, Francis Koh. Once again, another one. Today I've got a special guest, and I know I say this about every guest, special guest, because in truth, everyone is special. But my next guest is an educational mentor. What he does, it helps shape and form the relationship between the future, the past, and the present generation, because they say in order to know where you're going, you have to know where you've been. And through to his knowledge and experience, it helps pass that on to the current young generation that he works with. He visits different schools, speaks to parents, make home visits, and do whatever he can to give back. Where most of us are saying we want to give back, we want to help, we post, we do this, we pass along certain posts, he actually goes out there and does the work. So please allow me to welcome to the show, Man Like Robert. I said Man Like Robert because that's what the young ones call him. Man Like Robert.
You say my buddy good?
How you doing,
I'm
sir?
good, my brother.
Thank you for coming.
I'm a bit hungry and peckish, but I'm all right. I just thought I'd mention that, yeah.
See, since this man wants to start like this, right? For those of you who drink Supermore, Robert has discovered Supermore, and he said to add a bit of flavour in it, he put Ribena
Or
in
some
it.
Vimto.
Are you?
Yeah, come man. You have to mix it up. You have to mix it up. The remix. Yeah? The remix. The remix of the remix. Yeah, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, interview's done. No, thank you for coming, sir.
That's all right, brother. That's all right,
super
man.
appreciate you.
That's all
So,
right.
you are an educational mentor.
Yeah.
What is the difference between an educational mentor and a mentor?
All right, so I'll start with educational mentor. So with an educational mentor, it's someone that works in the school system, from a primary school, secondary school, even colleges, mainstream schools, a PRU, which stands for Pupil Referral Unit, or an AP, an alternative provision. And you're dealing with young people who have behavior issues, behavior needs, an educational health care plan, children with disabilities, children with autism, etc., etc., young offenders, and your job role is to guide and help them with their behavior, basically, yeah.
How challenging is that? Because when you go into school, how challenging and how do the students take you on?
All right, so for me now, it's really easy to engage because, you know, you got to sort of like prepare and go down to their level. You have to, you know, analyze what is going on in the world right now. You know, why is there gang relation? Why do they, you know, want to join a gang? Home issues with the parents, you know, talking to the parents, you know, understanding the young people. And, you know, it's almost like you have to case study and think, okay, do you know what? Let me take a month of being 16 again and having their mentality. So I'm able to understand how they think, why they do what they do, the cry out for help and helping them and meeting their needs.
Do you think that there's a big gap between professionals, teachers, and students, the lack of understanding each other?
Yeah. Yeah, so schools have a difficult job. They have a real difficult job. But the great thing is now, there are some great role models in schools now. You know, there's a saying, can a teacher be a role model? Well, yes, a teacher can be a role model. It may not be seen as cool. Yeah, I want to be a teacher. I want to be like my teacher. Like, you're not going to hear, he's not exactly on the top list of the coolest guy. But I'll tell you what though, if that young person is going through a situation where home life may not be good, or there's a gang related issue, or maybe the young person's having a little bit of depression, or they're self-harming, or, you know, some form of safeguarding, then there's always that one teacher that you can go to for help and talk to which would be seen as a big brother or father figure or big sister, mother figure.
That's very true, because having worked in schools, not every teacher is cut out to have that caring side, because you have some excellent teachers like who have the subject knowledge is impeccable.
Yeah.
They know how to teach, but they don't have that care for the child, for the students outside of learning. And would that where you say you would come in and take over and not so much be a friend for the student, but be a friend and someone who can navigate and guide them?
Yeah. I'm gonna make you laugh in a minute, and as I'm talking to you, I'm just trying to like use a really great example of what I really want to say in this side of my brain, right? Yeah. But
Why that side of the brain? Why not this side?
because this is the thinking side, and this is the one where it's like ding, right, okay, so that's what I was supposed to tell you.
Yeah.
But it will come to me in a minute, right? Yeah. But yeah, so all right, so I've been involved in this sector for about 14, 15 years. I was actually from a media background before that, and I just lost the appetite basically. In this sort of job role, you've got to be a particular sort of person. You've got to have tough skin, yeah. So you need to expect that you might be spat at, yeah.
Yep, I know all too well.
Okay. You might be threatened. Yeah, I'm gonna stab you. I'm gonna get man to come jack you. Right, yeah.
And sorry to interject. You never know which threats are just threats and which ones are serious.
Well,
and
yeah.
you have to take every single one of them
Everything serious.
seriously.
Everything.
Yes.
But what it is though, there's a saying: are you ready, or are you not ready, or are you born ready? I've been doing this for so long. I'm ready for anything. Yeah, right. I'm gonna make them know that there's no fear factor over here. Now there might be one day where I'm just off guard, and I'm thinking, right, this youth is actually serious. He actually wants to like jump me with some of his mandem, or he's gonna call up some of the elders where I might do a home visit now and make that happen. But I need to present myself and make them know that listen, no, it's not gonna happen. You understand where I'm coming from? But what it is, I've got so much confidence in me, in how I handle the situation. I've been able to build that trust within myself, and I'm able to really deal with these situations accordingly in the best manner that it's supposed to be dealt with. Yeah.
What do you think we can do as a system, as parents, as humans? We can try and mitigate the level of unruliness that's happening with the young generation, because it's been out of control for a very long time. And correct me if I'm wrong, because right now you are heavily working with the kids. I kind of slowly moved away. I still work with kids, but not day to day like I used to.
Yeah.
I don't think it's getting any better.
All right. I hate to be. All right. I'm a very positive person. I believe that we have to be positive. We have to build each other up. It's hard because right now we're in a very difficult state in the world right now. It's something we can't run away from. The world is not in a great space. The community is not in a great space. The school system is not in a great space. The government is not in a great space. I believe in keeping it real, and I believe in being honest. Yes, we have a lot of great, I suppose, timetables or, I feel the school curriculum needs to change, personally speaking. A lot of people may disagree with me.
I agree with this. I think the school curriculum is outdated and it doesn't cater for everyone.
Yeah.
There's some elements which are perfect, they're working well, but a lot of it is not it's not for everyone.
I'm going to ask you a question. And I know this is your interview and everything, but I'm going to ask you a question.
No, please, this is your interview.
I'm going to ask you a question. Do you think school prepares young people for real life?
School, that's a very interesting question.
Yep.
And the answer is yes, it does.
Okay, why?
I believe school, when these young kids finish school, they're prepared for real life how the government wants them to be prepared.
In what sense is that?
They want them to be where they are. To me and you, if we look outside, no, it's not.
Yeah.
It really is not, because a lot of students leave school that they don't even know half of them don't even know how to read.
Yeah.
Maybe more than half, but
Yeah.
less than half, sorry. They don't know how
Yeah.
to read. No financial planning, no financial literacy, no behavior management. They don't even know how to have an interview. That half of them don't even know what a CV is. So when we look at on that context, yes, school is failing, but I believe
Yeah.
it's designed for them to come out like that.
Yeah. And you're absolutely right, because as I said before, the world is changing. I mean, all right, let's look at the last 2 years, 2020 to 2022. Cryptocurrency is on everyone's lips. People are buying more homes. So you've got to think about credit, having good credit, and the reason why, you've got to pay your bills. Also, entrepreneurship, has risen, believe it or not, in the worst time in human history due to COVID-19. So the world is changing, and for me, to a degree, it's important that we keep up to date, or we educate the young people with things that can make their life a bit more better, or have some short-term goals that you can be an entrepreneur. This is the reason why it's important for you to know about money, finance. One day you're going to be in a relationship. This is how you deal with being in a relationship. One day you're going to be a father. One day you're going to be a mother. One day you're actually going to break up from your partner, right? Unfortunately. So it's actually really going in depth in terms of life skills and dealing with life. But yeah, that's just my personal point of view to a degree. I'm not going to go too deep right now, but yeah.
Let's rewind to you as a man. When and why did you, after media obviously, why did you decide to go into this profession and try help the young ones?
All right, so I got into this by accident, literally by accident.
Do you know how many people actually say that?
Yeah.
Do you know how many people say that are good at their job? They say, I just came into it by
Yeah.
chance.
All right, so this is what happened. All right, I was working for this media company, and we was doing some filming with 20 young people. It was called a mutual exchange program, and it was for 10 young offenders from Holland and France to come to the UK, and 10 young people from the UK to go to France and Holland. So it was like an exchange program where we get to see what it's like in the inner life or the inner neighborhood in France and Italy. So in other words, as we say in the UK, the manor, yeah, or the neighborhood, or the ends, yeah. So took some of the young offenders, and obviously young offenders, they don't listen. They're just thinking of crime. A lot of them have not so much great of a home life, but they have challenging behavior, So for some reason they were listening to me, I told them to calm down or not swear. And this woman came up to me. She said, "Listen, I don't know what it is about you, but they just seem to listen to you." Right? Yeah, because you have to be tolerant and patient. And let me tell you something. At that time, me being patient and tolerant, oh my God, nah, not me, boy. So at the end of the exchange program, we started for 3 days. She goes, "Oh my God, I think you'll be a good mentor." I go, "What's that?" what's a mentor? Yeah, obviously you hear the word. What's a mentor? She goes, "Nah, I think you'll be good in a school." In a school, me? Nah. I'm not working in no school. Nah, that's not me. Anyway, so I kind of got a bit bored of my job. Anyone that knows me, I'm a very I don't like to stand still. I'm very
active,
proactive. I like to progress. Yeah. I don't like standing still. I don't like getting too complacent and too relaxed. So I left that job. Money's getting a bit low. I'm like, I need to do something, And then one day I was going dry cleaners now, and then the lady from the dry cleaners took out the card. She goes, "Oh yeah, this is yours." And I thought, that's the woman from the school. So I thought, anyway, money's getting a bit lower now, and I thought, you know what? Let me give her a phone call, innit, yeah? So I gave her a phone call. She was excited. "Oh my gosh, you rang me. I was telling my head teacher about you, about this guy." I'm like, "Rah, okay." Anyway, to cut the story short, to cut the story, within about 6 months, I became a learning mentor. Then it got upgraded to an engagement mentor. I also became a qualified child counsellor. So this school and this woman, she invested in me. Yeah. So to Sue V, you know who you are. I really owe this woman a lot because, as I said before, she saw something in me that I didn't know I had in me, and she recognized something about me that I would be good in this education sector, which, to be honest with you, nah, I would never have got into this. But it was that extra push, and because I wasn't happy in my last job role, that I got into this, and yeah,
Suvi, we appreciate you.
crazy, innit?
It's you know what? It's mad just being kind and helpful to others. You inspire and help way more than you think you do.
Yeah.
What was you like as a student?
In school,
Yeah.
I was bad, and I think that's why I relate.
Yes.
Yeah, man, I got excluded so much time. I used to go to a school called William Collins in Camden Town, and yeah, we was always fighting a school called Richard of Chichester. What other schools was there? There was a school called Murray for Dailies. I was always down there, just going to check up the gal and everything. You know, that was them, yeah. But that was bad. I got excluded so much times. My mum took me out of school for about a year and a half. So I can relate. I can relate to what they're going through, and it's a lot of it is to do with home life to a degree. Sometimes it's maybe not having mum and dad. Do you know what I mean? And unfortunately, a lot of my caseload that I work with, and a lot of the young offenders that are in prison right now, yep, like Feltham, 90% of them don't have a father figure, and that is part of the issue. And you have, don't get me wrong, you have fantastic mothers out there who are doing both a father and a mother's role, but they also need help. You know, there's a saying, yeah, and I'm not meaning to sound controversial, but you know, a woman can't teach a man how to be a man. You could teach him the attributes of love, respect, but sorry, a man needs to teach a boy how to be a man.
Because it's just like vice versa.
Yeah,
Man
vice
never
versa, yeah.
teach a girl how to be a woman.
Right.
It's interesting you say 90% of them. What message would you have to the fathers out there? Because I ask because you go into somebody's homes. You are essentially helping pick up the pieces for another father who's not there. We won't get into the reasons why.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's due to stupidity. Sometimes it's their own design. Sometimes can't be helped. What message do you have for them?
All right, this is what I am going to say, because you are right what you said. There are many different circumstances depending on the scenario and the situation. But what I am going to say is that no matter what, we must do better as fathers. We must do better as men. There's always going to be obstacles with ex-partners. There's always going to be trials and tribulations of your point of view and the mother of your child's point of view. There's always going to be some hiccup along the way. It's to be expected. But what men have got to do, we need to learn to separate that your role is to be the father, and your role is to lead and guide your child to be the best version of themselves. It's difficult. It's difficult at times to separate the emotional side of being a father with your ex-partner. But, you know, the main priority is helping the child. And if we have that mindset that is our role, and that, we must do better. It's a necessity for me as men that we do better in the community and we mold and guide these young people, because right now they need us more than ever.
And you don't have to live in the same household.
No, you don't.
You can do it from a distance.
100%.
You can even be homeless in some cases
100%.
and still be a good father.
Yeah.
And a message to the women, the mothers? Because you see a lot of them.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of them are angry.
Yeah. So what I would say is, first of all, there are some really fantastic women all over the world, in the UK, London, West London. There's fantastic mothers.
Robert said all over the world, UK, London, West London.
Come, man. I like to travel, you know.
Camden,
Yeah.
Peckham.
Yeah, man. Jamaica will soon come, yeah. But no, there's some fantastic mothers out there, and it's important that they are told that they are doing well. And one of the things that I always tell a lot of the parents that I work with, especially the mothers, you're doing a great job. Like, yeah. And some of them cry, you know. I'm like, wow, don't cry. You're gonna make me cry. But it's important that I make them know that, listen, you're doing your thing, right? You're doing well.
It's not easy to raise a child, you know.
No, it's not. But
Even for those people in a relationship.
yeah, 100%.
So let alone a single mother.
Yeah. And do you know as well, I think what frustrates me in my job role when I work on cases and I see, maybe mothers and fathers at lockheads or disagreeing, I just feel like we're in a bit of a, as I said, the world's in a bit of a strange space right now. But, I'm around, well, my personal experiences, most of my friendship groups and my working groups, they're all positive people. It would be very hard for me to say to you to name two people who's negative, because I don't have anyone negative around me. And I like to be around people that's uplifting, inspirational, people that can guide me. Also people that would tell me about myself, right, listen, you dealt with that situation wrong, and that's what you need and everything. So if anything, what I'm saying, I suppose, to parents, mothers and fathers to a degree, let's get into the routine of uplifting each other, bigging up each other, understanding each other, and more importantly, listening. I think sometimes we don't listen. Me and you was having a conversation earlier, and I was saying to you, if a man says, do you know what, I've got mental health, or I'm not feeling too good, I feel depressed, don't ignore what he says. Don't just say, yeah, don't worry, listen, you got to, no. He's just told you he's not feeling too good. Listen. And that's what we're not doing. So if we have more listening to each other, then I feel the world and our young people will only benefit from that, from the parents and the school teachers and the mentors and people in the area.
I think you said a key thing is listening. Some people say this is why God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. But a lot of us speak more than we listen. If we look at the school system, do you think more could be done between the relationships between parents and teachers? Because when I used to be a teacher, I used to find that a lot of times there's a miscommunication or a lack of interest from both parties, between the parent and the teachers. It was more about who's right rather than how can we come together and help.
Yeah, so all right. So once again, it depends on the school. The education system is, for those who don't really know, it's a massive industry. It's an industry, it's a business. And you're probably thinking, what do you mean by that, a business? Education is a business. Yeah, you have a school, you have a nursery, yeah, preschool, primary school, secondary school. Now, secondary schools are a little bit different because obviously you have an academy. An academy is run as a business, yeah, zero tolerance. Marvin, I don't know, throws the book at the teacher, yeah. Okay, he's been detention after school. Marvin throws the book at the teacher. The next day, detention after school. Marvin then gets the pencil sharpener. That's the thing at the teacher said, now you're taking liberties now, all right? Marvin then throws his rucksack at the teacher outside the school. Then it becomes zero tolerance. See you later, bye-bye. So Marvin's education, academically now, he could be doing really well, grade A student, B's, high marks, whatever, whatnot. But the school or the academy are going to have zero tolerance. He then goes to a PRU, which is called a pupil referral unit, or an AP. Now, the children that go there, to be honest with you, they are severe bad behavior, maybe gang related, may have a disability. So depending on the school, will really depend on the relationship with the parent and the school. If it's a mainstream school and the child's doing well and there's no behavior issues, 9 times out of 10, fine. The school are very supportive, because the schools do try, they really do try. But it's difficult nowadays because of funding and the lack of staff, and having the right staff to deal with the right culturally or culture of parent, whether they're from, I don't know, an ethnic minority group, whether they're Greek, Turkish, white Caucasian, African Caribbean.
That's
So if I've gone a bit deep,
that's
I know he's thinking, right, what's he talking about?
no, because
Yeah.
a lot of people don't see it like that.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
a lot of people just think that you could do better, but you see those proofs, as you said, is not place. I mean, I'm not sure if the proofs are designed to help the young kids come out better, or they're designed just to keep them there until
Yeah.
they come of age to move on. I'm sure there must be some amazing proofs out there.
Oh, absolutely.
But the majority of proofs, and if we can also be fair to some proofs and their staff members, some of these students are unruly to the point where they're dangerous.
All right. So you know what I was saying before? I had something on the left side of my head.
Yeah.
It's come now. You're gonna laugh. Do you watch Ray Donovan? Have you heard of Ray Donovan?
No.
Oh my
Oh yeah, Ray Donovan,
God.
the American detective, and he's got a sidekick, the guy on the bike that helps him fight. Yeah, yeah. On Amazon Prime.
Do you know his job role?
He's a detective.
He's a fixer.
Fixer, that's it. Comes in, fix stuff, and yeah.
No, but okay. So Ray Donovan is he works with governments.
Yes.
Ministry of Defence's prime. People of high places. All right. Yeah. All right. So he fixes things. This is what I am. I'm a fixer. Yeah. All right. I'm a Ray Donovan. Right. Yeah. Without the violence, but I'm a Ray Donovan of the education sector. So I'll get like maybe 4 files a day. Robert, Kadisha is taking liberties. She's disrespecting her mum. She's running away. She's now smoking now. On top of that, you've got Abdul. He's, I don't know, maybe Eritrean or Somalian. You've got Jerome. He's African Caribbean. He's not getting on with dad. He's becoming lazy, disrespecting, comes home at night time, there's no boundary. So you're thinking, rah, like, who's gonna deal with this? Now, depending on the scenario and the situation, we have mentors. It could be from the inclusion team, it could be from YOS, Youth Offending Service. They might have a social worker, or it might be a youth club. There might be like a particular youth club. There's not many though, but there might be a particular youth club, and they'll help. But there's always that one guy, that fixes things. I'm that guy. That's what I do. I fix things, and that's what I do. So in my current job role, it's kind of nice because obviously I'm able to sort of like, what's the word I'm looking for now? Maybe deal with things a little bit more differently where others can't, in a way.
Without violence.
Well, yeah. But I fix things. Yeah.
Let's emphasize on
That's
that,
it.
please.
So in other words, what I'm trying to say is, I love turning a bad apple into a bright, lovely, juicy lemon. If that makes any sense.
But lemons are bitter. Why not orange? And how can you turn
could be
an
an orange.
apple into a lemon?
No, but apples are bright. They're bright.
But apple and lemon are two different things. How are you turning it? What
Yellow.
kind of sorcery are you doing? That
Yellow.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yellow's bright. Yellow's beautiful.
No.
It's the sun. We're shining. Like, yeah.
What's that initial conversation like when you meet a student for the first time, who the files come on and it's like, you know what, this. I mean, see, the thing is, because you were such a difficult student when you were growing up.
Yeah.
So you understand from the get-go, everyone has a chance. Everyone can be saved. And I think if I was to do any teacher training in any school in terms of managing behavior, I would appeal for the teachers. Just try understand the student, because I can give you a scenario where some students didn't have breakfast. Some students didn't have dinner. Some students are living with auntie or just uncle, and they're not there to look after them.
That's right. Yeah.
So if that student's come in your classroom and you ask him, where's your homework? Listen, homework is not priority.
Yeah.
But you're not understanding that. You're seeing that and you refer him to the head teacher or wherever.
And
we already are downhill. So what's your initial conversation when you get this file on the students when you first meet them? What is that like? How do you get them? Because you understand them, yes, but how do you? Because remember, they're seeing you as though you're a threat. They don't like you already. They don't know you.
All right,
You're just another teacher coming in trying to tell them what to do.
Yeah. So that's two great questions. You've actually asked me two questions, and it's actually two great questions. All right, yeah. So I'll answer the first one when you said, "What would I do?" So first of all, I'm a black man. Yeah, I'm a black man, but it's a great thing that I'm actually black, because unfortunately, in London where I reside and where help, it's most of the black African Caribbean boys that are unfortunately crying out for help. They're youth offending, they have behaviour issues, and it's a necessity as a black man myself. So first of all, being a black man, it's already put me in a great position already, because already they look at it thinking, who's this guy? Who's this guy with the mohawk and dresses like us, and he's wearing Air Jordans and the latest Nike, and like, who's this guy? And he's driving a certain car now, and they're thinking, right, his man shot in. Because stereotypically, that's what they're thinking. So they're stereotyping me already, right? Because you have to remember, young people, they look at you, they're very big on energy. Yeah, your body language, what comes out of your mouth, how you talk. They're analyzing you, yeah?
Yeah.
And then within a day or so, they'll decide whether they like you or not. And thankfully for me, 9 times out of 10, I seem to get the report, oh, that guy's all right, yeah, you know what I mean? Because it's something they identify with. And then what I do, I just talk about normal things. So what I do sometimes, it's very important to like keep up to date with certain music, what's on social media, what's been spoken about on TikTok, topic of conversation, stabbings, killings, trauma. Like, how do you guys deal with trauma? Like, what do you think about blah, 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 blah. So it's all about having conversations of interest and conversations of daily topics that's in the news or things that we hear, whatever, whatnot. And once you build that rapport with them, then 9 times out of 10, they begin to open up, and you build a rapport. And then once you build the rapport, that's when you can get a bit more deeper now. How you doing? I've read your file. I've heard there's some self-harm episodes. Are you still self-harming? Would you like help? Can I offer you help? I can get you a mentoring service. No, can you be my mentor? Yeah. Well, I've got a bit of a case. No, I want you to be my mentor.
That's a beautiful thing.
It's nice.
In your professional opinion, do you think the system is getting better helping these deprived kids or not?
No.
What can they do? What if he was in charge?
Oh, God, great question.
What would you do to change?
All right. I'm not going to say exactly what I want to do, because there is something that I do want to do, right? Yeah. And sometimes people they watch things and they take ideas, whatever, whatnot.
Yes.
But I do tell you this now. Give me $500,000. Forget that. Give me 500 grand. No, give me 100 grand. No, yeah. So 100 grand. Give me 100 grand, right? Yeah. And I'm not asking you. I'm telling you, I'm going to make a difference, and it will grow. We need more therapeutic, different resources now. We need to take the young people out of London. As they say, quick example. I had a conversation with a young person about a year ago, and he's never been on holiday. Oh, Robert, what am I going to the ends for, man? I've got everything I need. I'm like, no, you need to come out to broaden your horizon and see the world. The world is beautiful. Nah, man. But it's a negative group of people that he's hanging around with. But young people need to come out of London. They need to get away from their surroundings and problems or negative situations. It's a necessity, man. And because of COVID, there were less school journeys and school trips, man. But for me, it's a necessity, man. So some of the things I would do would be more therapeutic programs, programs dealing with trauma, behavior, identity. Like, who are you as a young person? What are you about? Where have you come from? Yeah? Choices and decisions. There's a thing called a choice and there's a thing called decisions. And guess what? If you don't make the right choice and decision, it has an impact on your life, not just now, in 30 years' time. So there's just so much. Listen, I could go on. There is so much we need to do, but the greatest thing, we actually have the right people to do it now. But it's funding. They're not giving us the money. Or
do you believe there is no money?
no, there's money.
So where's the money going?
I'm going to be a little bit controversial right now, right? Yeah, and I don't mean to be, and I'm going to be very mindful as a professional how I word this. Okay, right? Yeah. So we know there are certain countries in the world where, how can I word this now? All right, so there's certain countries in the world where there might be a disruption, or certain countries might need help, and then it comes on the news, and then they ask for the aid of other countries to come together to help the country. Okay, yeah, all right. Now, the UK came up with 20 million or 24 million within 2 days for a particular country. Okay, all right, which is a fantastic thing, and I agree. In the world, it's about helping each other in the world. We're humans, aren't we? Humanity. But hang on a minute. If you're raising 24 million for a country just like that, or during COVID, you're able to come up with $500,000 and pay people to do different things. This country is in a massive crisis when it comes to teenage youth crime, teenage poverty, teenage mental health, teenage trauma. I could go on, right? It's not great for young people right now. There's a lot of fantastic things that's not always spoken about, but we have to do more. I get frustrated because the thing is, we have the people, we actually have the professionals and the people and the influencers to make it happen, but just give us the money and we can make it happen. It's frustrating, man. I don't want to vent right now because
I can see the passion.
Yeah,
I can see the passion.
It's just, come on, man. I feel like we're getting too complacent and stale now. Yeah, do you understand where I'm coming from? I'll give you a quick example. Let's say me and you got 10 people now. So Robert and Francis have got 10 people. We've got 5 boys and 5 girls. All 10 of them have got serious home issues. Okay. All 10 of them have mental health. All 10 of them have trauma. Right? Yeah. Robert and Francis. Okay, we're going to take them away. We're going to take them out of London. We're going to take them to Bournemouth. Okay. We go to Bournemouth and we find a placement there, or a home, and it's 15 bedrooms. So we get to the house, but guess what? There's a big massive back garden, or there's a big seaside that we can go to. And guess what? Georgie and Claire and Terry, they just want to go and scream ah! Yeah, go scream, right? Go scream, because get everything out that you need to get out. But it's just getting away, and getting away from their problems or what's on their mind, or not feeling good. And that's what we have to focus on more. The government is very big on, and the local authorities, they're very big on well-being and mental health. Your well-being and mental health. Mental health doesn't always mean you're a mad person, yeah, or things are not going great. Your mental health is literally, are you feeling happy today? Are you in a good mood today? Are you eating right? Are you sleeping right? You understand where I'm coming from, right? Yeah, that's what mental health is as well. But for these young people, we have to have specialized programs, bruv, yeah, to meet their needs, right? And it's quite simple what we got to do, but just give us the money. Anyway, but as you can see, I'm quite passionate about it because it's frustrating for me, because I know what we got to do to make changes, man. And that's what I'm about, making changes. So anyone that's out there and you want to collaborate, let me know, And if you could get the funding, seriously, if you can get 100 grand or even half of that, let's make it happen. And I promise you, I will not let you down with my ideas, concepts, and I guarantee you will make a change.
That's amazing. And I guess you are in it every day. You're seeing these kids, you're seeing these parents, you're seeing these teachers.
Yeah.
You're in board meetings, so you know what's happening, you know what's going on. How difficult is it to become an educational mentor?
Well, you got to have a few. Well, you know what? It's actually.
Sorry, let me rephrase that question. How difficult is it to become a Ray Donovan?
Have you seen Ray Donovan?
I told you I have.
That's my guy, you
He's
know.
got a guy and a girl that help
Yeah,
him
yeah,
with the
yeah, yeah,
cases,
yeah.
and he's always
yeah,
wearing suits.
Yeah. Listen, I'll tell you the reason why. Okay, so to be a mentor, the great thing about community, there's mentors everywhere. You're a mentor, yeah?
Thank you.
The cameraman's a mentor, right, yeah? There's mentors everywhere, right, yeah? With age, becomes experience, right, yeah? But the point I'm trying to make, though, to be an education professional, the narrative has changed. There would have been a time that you have to have this qualification, that qualification, this qualification, but it's sort of like softened now. As you know, there's a thing called the DBS, which used to be called the CRB now, yeah? So as long as you haven't got any madness on your CRB and you're okay and it's clean.
On your DBS.
On your DBS, right, yeah? Then you're called to work with children. Once you pass that element, you're good to go, because guess what? There's loads of charities now, even a local authority now, where you can do voluntary up to like 3 months, which is not a long time. And guess what? After that 3 months, there's always an opportunity in getting your foot in the door. And that's the great thing right now. There's loads of opportunity right now, because we need it, man. We need it, and we need people that know about the roles, know about what's what, you know, the narrative's changed now. So the council and the local authority and the schools are realizing that, you know, we need some guys that have been there, done that. And so yeah, that's the advice I would give. Voluntary up to 3 to 6 months, just to get your foot in the door. It could be twice a week. It could be 6 hours a week. You know, it could be a weekend. But guess what? That goes in your CV and it looks good. And when schools see that, they think, you know, let me give this guy a chance.
And you give him back. There's no better feeling in the world than giving back.
So I'm saying, yeah, man.
So there's a kid out there who's struggling. Mum's trying her best, but he or she thinks mum's not trying. Dad's out of the picture. Teachers don't understand. Wrong group of friends.
Yeah.
What advice would you give them?
Would I give to him?
Yeah.
All right, so first of all, I need to know the area, his age, does he have siblings, and I need to know what the situation is with mum and dad. So normally what I do, so I'm kind of like the FBI, right, yeah?
No, you're not.
No,
you're
I'm
Ray
not,
Donovan.
I'm Ray Donovan, right,
Yes.
yeah? All right. But he thinks like the FBI. I need to know I need to know every angle of rectangle, yeah? I need to know what is going on from the top left, the right left. So bang, why did mum and dad break up? Are mum and dad, are they still talking? Why are they not talking? So then I've got to work on them, right, yeah? Then I get to the child. Okay, I know the situation. I know, you know, you're not seeing dad. I know he's not in the picture. But guess what? He loves you now, right, yeah? But guess what? We'll get to that. Bang. What are your likes and dislikes? What are your hobbies? What's your music? So I build up a rapport with him to make him feel comfortable with me. And it's about him rolling with me. Not me rolling with him rolling with me, right, yeah? Him rolling with me is, what's the word I'm looking for now? That's the great thing about the job, because he's rolling with me. He's rolling with someone cool, but he doesn't know that I'm cool, but he ends up knowing that I'm cool, right, yeah? So he then rolls with me thinking, oh, this guy's all right, you know, right, yeah? Because what I'm beginning to do, I'm beginning to plan positive things for him to do, right, yeah? And I'm beginning to plan, because I want a smile on his face, and things are becoming positive now, that, oh, Robert's getting some vouchers. Oh, Robert's got me, I'm doing music that I've always wanted to do. Oh, I like basketball, but I don't know, I don't have a basketball team. Oh, Robert's getting me some trials or some interest in playing basketball. So whereas things where maybe the school or mum or maybe dad's not doing well yet, I've come in as a middleman, and the middleman is helping him sort of like helping him branch out, basically. Do you know what I mean? It's all about meeting the child's needs. That's the format, meeting the child's needs.
That's amazing. Knowing who you are now, what you do now, and talking about understanding the kid, meeting the child's kids, get to know the kid, as we talked about, a lot of teachers don't do.
Yeah.
What message would you give to yourself when you was in school?
Oh my God, listen. Man didn't listen. Like, you know, like man thought I knew everything. Like, don't tell me nothing. I was arrogant. I was so arrogant. Don't tell me nothing. Yeah, man.
So you wasn't Ray Donovan then?
Nah. No. Yeah. Because a lot of them don't listen. Oh, man. I could, yeah, they just don't listen. Do you know what it is? There's an arrogance, and it's like, rah, you've got nothing to be arrogant about.
Who do you think is that? Who do you think is that blamed? Can we blame the young kids for the state they're in?
Boy, it's just
I
like,
mean, you speak to them. They
Yeah.
tell you the truth. Because, one time you told me a story how a kid was practicing in the mirror to go out and
yeah,
do stupidity.
yeah.
Did we blame them? Who could we blame? Yes, we saying there's a lack of funding, which I agree with, and pretty much where the stuff should be money, and there isn't money. But we are where we are.
Yeah.
Let's assume there was no money. Let's
Yeah.
assume that's the truth. Who can we do we blame the kids? Do we blame the parents? Do we blame the who's responsible?
All of us.
Okay, if we are all responsible,
us.
then what do we say about the kid? Can we blame because you was once a child.
Yeah.
You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah. Do you know what, right? Yeah. So, it's very important that I talk with young people, and it's very important that I'm an advocate for young people. Very important that I say this. I am an advocate for young people, because young people don't always feel that their voices are being heard. Let's not get it twisted. Yeah, we've got social media, we've got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, etc., etc. But let's not get it twisted. There are a lot of young people who feel that they're not being heard in their situation, right? Yeah. So it's very important, as an educational professional, I need to know, from young people, I need your help and I need your advice to make me understand what you, as a young woman or as a young boy, 15, 16, is going through. What is your age group going through? What do we need to do to make it easier, or to meet your needs, or to get the support that you guys need as well? It's about talking to them on a mature level and getting it out of them. Why do a lot of ethnic minority, Black, Caribbean, African boys, why don't they want to open up? Why don't they want to say how they feel? You know why? Oh, that's a pussy move. Oh man, that's weak. Who told you that? Where are you getting that from? Yeah.
Wow.
Silence.
Yeah, no, because it's.
I'm trying not to be too deep, you know. I'm trying not to be too deep.
We're in a state of emergency. We
say it, man. Yeah, it's mad. It's mad.
We are in a state of emergency, and as you said, it's getting worse.
Yeah,
it's getting better. The parents are lost because they need help themselves. The school, which you're saying, is more of a business.
I'll give you a prime example. I do apologise because I know it's your interview. I just feel like sometimes.
Don't apologise.
Nah, do you know? Because I just need to get these little things in. So, funding is a major problem in the UK. Funding, okay, right, yeah. And sometimes you'll have like a youth club set up, but they don't last long.
Yeah.
And then the young people will say to me, "Wow, Robert."
Most times, those youth clubs, they're not even hitting the needs that they're meant to do. They're just doing certain things just to tick boxes, and not really helping the kids.
And you are right, but there are some that actually are ticking boxes.
Oh, yeah.
And the young people say to me, "Robert, if nothing else doesn't open, I think I'm going to go back to crime."
Because
it's hard.
If we look at, as humans, we animals, and we like to belong to a pack.
Yeah.
So if there's no positive packs and the negative packs is showing me interest, love and care, which is not love and care, but in that time I'm in a vulnerable space.
100%.
It seems like they care for me. I am gonna go to that. Whereas if there was a youth club, maybe I would be at that youth club, but there isn't. So
and that's another thing as well. Safe spaces. We don't have enough safe spaces. I'll give you a quick little rundown. In the last 2 years, we've had over 35 to 36, maybe even more than that, youth clubs closed within the UK, pre-COVID and after COVID, right? Yeah, in London, sorry. Now there's a high crime rate in specific areas, North London, which is quite high, South London, which is always very high, and they haven't replaced these youth clubs. So what it is now, Marlon who goes to the youth club in I don't know, let's say somewhere in maybe somewhere in Tottenham now, or North London. His after school club has been taken away from him. So then the boys he's rolling with now, we've got nothing to do. And when you're bored, you do badness. When you're bored, negative things come up and everything. And this is what's happening, because nothing's been replaced. We have a terminology. We need to create more safe spaces or hubs. But once again, it's money, money, and funding. This is the thing, though, bruv.
Let me ask you a very serious question. How do you convince a Tottenham supporting kids roll with you?
I'm just likable, innit? Just likable, yeah.
Great top, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just likable, yeah. Listen, in this industry, you gotta have banter, personality, confidence, eat the right food, drink the right food. I don't know, this supermodel thing is just new to me right now, man. Like, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. No, I've tried.
He's not doing it.
No, I'm seriously, man. Like, even last night, I'm like, it's the ending bit. It's when you first drink it, it's fine, and then it's like, what's that taste, man? Yeah, it's
you know what? It has an acquired taste. I guarantee you, drink supermodel 5 times. By the 6th time, you'll like it. You might be a Mighty Malt.
Hey, I bought
Mighty Malt is disgusting.
Yeah,
Mighty Malt is disgusting.
So on Saturday I went to Sainsbury's and I bought 6 bottles for £4. I don't know, is that a rip-off or is that good?
That's good.
Oh yeah, that's Sainsbury's, but it's gone now.
You drank it?
It's gone.
With Ribena?
Today. Yeah. What? Bad.
I said they've gone. You could have given them out.
Mad.
Listen, Robert, you're a weird mentor, I swear. Ribena, you go to African home, they offer you supermodel. Please don't ask for Ribena.
Yeah, I know.
To take it out. You are gone. You are not coming back.
It's a lit. Hey, yeah.
Listen.
Imagine, man.
Thank you for coming on.
Come on, every
So
time,
this
man.
part, you end the show. Speak to the camera, however you want to end it. Advice, sing, dance, or whatever.
Okay. All right, guys. So I'm Robert. I'm a mentor. I'm also a scriptwriter. Okay, so there's something I got to say. So remember, professionals have dreams too. Professionals have aspirations as well. And even in my job role, I'm very much guiding and telling young people about believing in your dreams and your goals, doing better, not being complacent, being an entrepreneur, not settling. And sometimes as adults, we have to apply that to ourselves. Sometimes in the job role, we get very complacent. And don't forget that, still be great, still have a go on target. I love writing for scripts. I've always got ideas. Even now, I'm looking at this picture now, I just realized that there's a dragon. It looks like a dragon on that picture. So the dragon's like eating up the thing right here. And I'm just thinking of a concept in my head just now about...
Sorry, ladies. When he says looking at this picture, there's actually a picture in the studio. Because people will be thinking, this man's gone cuckoo.
That's what I'm saying. But that's okay, though. But now, guys, listen. Like in the community and the school system, and just in general, man, right now, let's just come together. Let's be inspirational. Let's work together. Let's be great. Men and women, let's listen to each other. Let's help each other to understand each other's point of view, and help each other to be a better man and a better woman. Let's help the young people. Let's come up with great concepts. Contact me on the Social Worker and the Mentor podcast with my partner Nana, also mine. Let's talk with the Mohawk. And let's just be great. And on that note, I'm about to go get my rice and peas. I don't know about the supermarket today. Then I have to come with the Guinness punch. And I'll be seeing you very soon. And please continue to watch, listen to this great podcast with a man like Francis. Yeah, emotional.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. If a young kid could be a menace in school when he was growing up, got excluded multiple times, got kicked out of school, And if he can then turn his life around to be Ray Donovan, giving back to the society and helping others, he's only pledging for £100,000 to willing to change the projects of where the young generation are going. You can hear the passion in his life. Imagine what you could do. Till next time, love, peace, and happiness. Please don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe. Yes.
Nice.
Sarobat.
Yeah, man.